always talk about breathing, take some time before we actually officially begin. Yeah, I'm starting on different social media platforms. I'm a little bit here, I'm a little bit there. Yeah, and we start slowly, give people some time to settle down, to settle in and join the session and check um, and see what is it that I can bring to people, say, so they leave this life with something with gold. You know, there is something I'm going to teach you today. Yeah. If actually, let me ask you this question. Have you ever known exactly what you wanted to say, but the moment someone looked at you, your English disappeared? If this has happened to you, this live is for you. Um, Let me share a real example. I have a lot of students. Let me pee my goal here for you guys. I have a lot of students, and from these students, yeah, these people who are always looking into improving their communication skills, their confidence skills, and how they transmit, how they convey their message in English. This student could understand, this student of mine, he could understand almost everything in English, but he was really good. But every meeting at work felt like a disaster. He thought he need thousands more words, and he didn't. So this is a problem a lot of people have. A lot of people think they need thousands of words more, but they don't need thousands of words more. What's harder for you in English? Is it understanding English? Is it speaking English? Now, what goes through your mind before speaking English? Are you afraid that people are going to judge you or something? Yeah, what's going on in your mind before you start speaking English? What are you afraid will happen to you when you start speaking with other people? Are you afraid of something when you start thinking about speaking with people? Now, do you do you translate when you are speaking with other people? Do you translate in your head? Oh, eu preciso, I need to speak with this. Do you have this problem of translating in your mind? Do you panic when someone waits for your answer? Like, okay, talk to me. Let me hear. Tell me about yourself. Yeah. Do you panic? Oh my God, people are speaking English with me. I don't know what to do. Yeah. Do you panic when people talk to you? Um, well, think a little bit about it and let me do an exercise with you. Interesting exercise. Without translating, can you explain to me, without translation, what coffee is? Let me comment here. What is coffee? Can you explain that? What is coffee? Let me write this down here as well. Holy what is happening here? Okay. What is coffee? Oops. Okay. If you could explain what coffee is without translating, what is coffee? Now, you see, this is the problem with a lot of people. This is why you translate. You translate because you are trying to translate. But it is not about translating. It's about associating or about understanding. If you understand, you don't need to translate. Yeah. What is coffee? What is coffee? Simple question. What is coffee? Now, everybody knows coffee is a drink. Yeah. And a lot of people drink coffee, but they can't explain what coffee is. Yeah. But if you could explain coffee, it's a hot drink, usually hot. Some people drink iced coffee, but it's a hot drink made with roasted s- seeds, yeah, and ground seeds. Yeah. Now, it's usually like a darker drink, maybe like brownish or black drink, that people drink of, especially from raw seeds, that is made with powder, and people can grind and make a drink specially served with breakfast or lunch, after lunch, so people feel some energy, some boost, some focus, some concentration after drinking it. So this is one of the explanations you can give about coffee. When you do something like this, I'm giving you a key here. If you write this down, you will speak a much better English in your life. Hi, Ibra. Ibra, 1133. Hello there. Thanks for interacting here with me. And another one. I have another question for you guys. Another question I have. Thanks. Explain what bicycle is. Can you guys explain what bicycle is? Explain what bicycle is. Now, what is this exercise? This exercise is to help you stop translating in your head. Because when you are able to explain something, to describe something, you are not translating in your head anymore. You are sounding more confident because you know how to express yourself in different ways. You don't need to be translating all the time. When people say, "Oh, what's that word? How can I say blah in English?" You don't need that. Stop translating. Think, how can I describe this word? How can I make the other person understand this word without having to translate? What is bicycle? Explain to me. If you can write it down, if you can comment here, I have I'm live here. I'm live here. Explain to me what is bicycle, if you can explain that. Oops. I'm giving you a few seconds so you describe that to me. This is a lesson and this is active learning. When you participate, it means that you are practicing. And if you practice, you will definitely get better. There's no getting better without practice. Yes. And Mr. P. Thank you, Mr. P. Thanks for the live, for the like in this live. And feel free to comment. Yeah. What is bicycle? Well, if we can describe, a bicycle is a vehicle. Yeah. It's a means of transportation of how many wheels? It's a means of transportation of two wheels. Yeah, usually one behind the other, not one next to the other, but one behind the other. And it's there is a frame, and it can be propelled. It can move, yeah, by pedals. There are two pedals usually, yeah, and you use these pedals to propel this bike from these two wheels. Yeah, there is a front wheel and there is a back wheel. There's a rear wheel. Yeah. So that is a bicycle. If you can describe something like that, not exactly like that if you don't want to, but you don't need to remember the word bicycle. You don't need to remember the word bike because you can describe something. And in this is the moment that you start to understand English and you stop to translate English. Now, yeah, um, I have another one for you. explain for me what confidence is. What is confidence? What is confidence? Can you describe for me what confidence is? What is confidence? What is confidence? I talk about this all the time. Yeah. On my social media. What is confidence? So first we started describing what coffee is, then we described what bicycle is. Now it's something more abstract, not something concrete. So if we can describe something abstract, this is another level. Yeah. Oh, Ibra said, bicycle is a vehicle with two wheels that is powered by pedaling. Exactly it. Yeah, it is a vehicle with two wheels that is powered by pedaling. Very good, Ibra. That's exactly it. And that's a way that you start thinking in the language. You don't need to translate. You just need to think, what is this thing? And be able to describe it so you understand it and your English becomes much more powerful. Yeah. Now, what is confidence? If we can describe it, confidence is a belief, it's feeling that you can really trust, you can rely on, you can, trust on a person, you can trust on a circumstance. Yeah. So you can rely, you have confidence. Yeah. You trust that you can communicate clearly with other people. So you have confidence. You know that the message you are going to believing in yourself. Perfect, Ibra. Confidence is believing in yourself. When you believe, you do something. Yeah. So this is confidence. Yeah. You know about the truth of that something. You know that truthfully, you really know that you can transmit that message. When it comes to speaking, of course, there's confidence to a lot of things. There's confidence to practicing sports. There's confidence to a lot of segments, of course, in life. Now, confidence in communication, actually, the power of communication, let me use this word as Iber was sharing here, is about explaining ideas, not finding the perfect words. A lot of people get stuck and they translate, they freeze and they translate in their heads because they are trying to find the perfect word. Communication in English is not about finding the perfect word. Communication in English is about being able to explain your ideas, especially when you don't know what to say. Um, Fluency? What's fluency? Fluency is not knowing the perfect word, it's knowing how to keep the conversation going. You need to keep the conversation moving. If the conversation is moving, if the conversation is flowing, this is fluency because you are flowing the communication. Oh, but I don't speak very fast and my pronunciation is bad. And okay, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's not about the how you. Of course, pronunciation matters, but if you have a little bit of accent, but you are able to communicate your message in a regular speed, in a natural speed. You don't need to speak fast, in a natural speed, and you understand what the other person is saying, and it flows. This is confidence. Ibra, confidence is being brave. Ibra is saying here, confidence is being brave. And it is true. Because if you are not brave, yeah, to take a step, take the initiative. Yeah, because being brave is being able to take the initiative regardless of the situation. If you know what you're going to say, or when you don't know what you're going to say, or if you are ready or not ready. If you start something even when you are not ready, this is being brave. This is being confident. So if you are brave enough, Ibra, I agree completely. There is no way to becoming more confident and being able to take a step forward. Okay, Narador, Young Spade. Okay, you know. I know what. It depends. I know what. What do you mean? Yeah. Rafa sent me a rose. Yes, thanks, Rafa. Confidence is Ibra. Ibra is speaking here. Confidence is trying your best. Yes, confidence is trying your best. Yeah. And this is what I'm doing, and this is what you can do being here as well. Yeah, confidence is trying your best. Yeah. I try my best every day because I want people to also do their best. So I'm here doing my best so people use me as a model and say, okay, if Alan can, I can too. Yeah. And then you do your best. Yeah. Um, mm, Narador, Young's IA, IA as in AI, as in artificial intelligence, Jacuza, Jacuza. Oh no, no, Jacuza. No. Okay. Yes. So confidence is definitely trying your best. Um, and so you gotta stop asking yourself. Yeah, stop asking yourself. Oh, do I know enough English? Can I can I actually use what I know? Yeah. Maybe this is the question that we should ask actually. Yeah. So stop asking yourself, do I know enough English? Do I know enough words? No, don't ask yourself that. You should ask yourself, can I communicate with what I already know? Because vocabulary is important. I don't disagree with that. But there's only so many words that you can know or that you should know in order to be able to communicate. Because delivering a message is not about knowing a lot of words. I know people who know a lot of words, but they are not able to deliver their message. And I know people who don't know a lot of words and they are super clear with their message and they can really communicate confidently because they are brave, right? Um, a little bit good for interaction here. I do not have a lot of time left. So let's have some interaction here. Yeah, like if you ever forgotten a word you knew in a context and oh my god I forgot, type yes. Yes, if you ever forgot a word. And that's pretty natural, yeah? So type yes, I've forgotten a word I knew. Because this is common. Yeah. This happens not only with English, this happens with a lot of languages. Now, what country are you learning English for? Because where are you from? And depending where you are from, like you say, oh, I am from Angola. Yeah. I got a lot of people from Angola here, for example. I am from Angola. I am from Brazil. I am from Congo. I am from Italy. I am from France. Yeah. There are many people from many different countries. And regardless of the country that you come from, what country are you learning English for? Oh, Saudi Arabia. That's really cool, Ibra. You are from Ibra is from Saudi Arabia. Oh, see, I told you there are many people from Angola here. I am Angolan, yes. So Narador Youngs Bay is from Angola. Thanks, Eunice, for following me. Thank you. And I'm sure I can provide a lot of good value for you, Eunice. So keep watching and following my content. It's from Saudi Arabia. I'm from Saudi Arabia. Yes. Saudi Arabia. I've had a lot of friends from Saudi Arabia. Yeah, like Salam alaikum, kif halik, alhamdulillah tamam. Yeah. Shukran. Yeah. I know some words. I practiced that a little bit. That's really cool. I lived with a guy from Saudi Arabia in the past in Canada. We were very good friends. I learned a lot of stuff with him. And he was from Jeddah in Saudi Arabia. He was from Jeddah in Saudi Arabia. That's really cool. We also have from Angola, Narador from Angola. Yes, I get a lot of people from Angola here. We connect a lot. Very nice people. Yeah, we talk sometimes. Yeah, they get in touch with me, and we speak. We get in touch. Yeah, I share some ideas with them. We got Real Estate Solutions in Q from Ecuador. He's from Ecuador. Yes, Ecuador. Es español. Yo hablo un poquito español. Yo pienso que yo hablo español. But yeah, it's not that simple, is it? And Jonatas from Brazil. Of course, Brasileiro has pictures at the beach with palm trees. Yeah, yeah, of course, good vibes, good weather. Absolutely. Eunice. Oh, she started following me. She's from Angola. So, yes. See, another person here from Angola. Jonatas, yes. Yes, the beach. Ibra, really? I don't know if this really is like really like impressed or really like really. But yes, I am yes, I've lived with a guy from Saudi Arabia in the past. Friends, yeah, he was my roommate. I didn't have um, a lot of money, and okay, let's share a home, and let's live together in Canada. You know, like adventures of life. And he was a very good friend of mine. We um, enjoy a lot of parties, and I taught him a lot about life and languages, and he taught me about Saudi Arabia and the culture. And I've had some students from Saudi Arabia as well, yeah, not just from Jeddah, but also from other places. Yes, very interesting. And Rio State Solutions followed the life. Yeah, thanks, mate. Thanks for following. And I'll say mate because mate is pretty neutral, so it's all right. Yeah. Um, and sure, what country are you learning English for? Yeah, so you are from these countries. In what country are you learning English for? Are you learning English for your country or are you learning English for another country? Because one day you want to have opportunities in your country or because you want to have opportunities in another country. This might not exactly, okay, because English is English, but this might change a little bit how you will receive directions on how to improve your English based on your goals, your objectives. People have different objectives. English is English. I believe English is English and communication is communication. Confidence is confidence. There's no such a thing like niching too much as people do. Yeah, of course, maybe for a specific test, if you want to pass a specific test or something. But in a lot of cases, to be honest, a lot of these courses that are niche, that people pay a lot of money for these courses, just to say, I want to pass a specific test because I need this specific certificate. If you have English knowledge, you're able to communicate with confidence and you know some rules. This is more than enough to get the grades you need, to get the certificate you need, and the score you need. Honestly, I've done that myself. Yeah, I've been there, and I know people who have been there the same way. Yeah, and people who have had worse grades in exams like this, studying less than people who actually studied and paid for a specific course to do these things. Because English is a language. You don't study English to pass a test. You study English to create opportunities in your life to connect with different people, to get to know different places, and to feel comfortable in different situations. And tell me three things to talk very well to have confidence. Narrador. Narrador is asking there three things to talk very well and to have confidence. Well, one of the things I'm going to use Ibra's words here. To have confidence, you need to be brave. What is to be brave? You have to step. Yeah, take a step forward. You have to take initiative. One thing to have more confidence, narrator, is what you are doing now. Taking initiative. A lot of people enter the live and they are passive. Just listen, 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 listen. They don't act. They don't write. They don't speak. K K K K. Ha 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 ha. Ha. Okay. So this is one step. Yes, is to have confidence is to start to do it. Of course, another thanks for the live real estate. Another step is very important thing. Of course, knowledge. Even before the knowledge, if you are able to have the confidence and be brave enough to try, the knowledge will come. And I agree with Ibra. Practice English, practice speaking every day. Ah, but I don't have any friends to whom I can speak English. You don't need friends with whom speak English with you to speak English. Speak to yourself. Walk on the street. I'm going to the supermarket now. I need to buy some tomatoes, depending where you're from. I need to buy some tomatoes, mate. How many tomatoes do I need? I need 5 tomatoes. How much is the kilo of tomato? So I'm walking and speaking. I'm practicing. I'm organizing structure. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to come out. You just need to practice. Yeah. This is another thing. Yeah. This is a second step. Now, is this a magical formula? There's no magical formula. Magical formula is, I'm sorry, it's cliche, but you have to be brave to take a step and practice, yeah, and participate as you are doing. So this is one. Yeah, another one. Um, I've mentioned that already. Yeah, and excuse me, and maybe a third one, if I could think like from the back of my head. Yeah, well, interesting, but confident, probably, I would say asking the right questions to people. Yeah. When you are in situations like that and expose yourself, perhaps even together with exposing yourself, expose yourself to situations like this, and you start to ask the right questions to people. What are the right questions? Sometimes you make some mistake. You ask some what people say, okay? People say there are stupid questions. Maybe not that there are stupid questions. There are questions that sometimes it's important to think before you ask, yeah, because they are obvious. But maybe they're obvious for some people and not for others, and that's fine. So maybe exposing yourself to situations like this and being able to to ask the right questions, you will definitely improve your confidence. Thanks for following, narrator. So that's 3 steps here. And Ibra saying, what is one piece of advice you would give to everyone? Yes, because I have to go. Um, and definitely, I will say, because I have a meeting now, but if you really want to help discover what's really blocking your English, make sure you comment, you contact me. Yes, and confidence on my Instagram, my TikTok, my YouTube. YouTube, excuse me, I can't talk to people. So maybe get in touch with me here. Um, but one piece of advice I would give to everyone is, well, I say this all the time. Yeah. Um, find, if you can't do it alone, find a place where you can be part of a community where inside this community, paid or free, whatever that is, but inside this community, you are able to practice English every day and stay active every day. If it comes to speaking English, right? Of course. So, my piece of advice to everyone: be part of a community where you can speak English every day, where you can practice English, even if it's 5 minutes. Yeah, but in a place, even if it's a WhatsApp community where you can speak with people in English. Yeah, find a friend, find someone to whom you can start speaking English. Take the first step. Oh, I don't have a community. Find one person to whom you can speak English and take the first step. And then you take the other steps one after the other as you improve, of course. One question for you as I leave this live and you think about it, and you can comment to me on my posts if you want. Hi, Dasen. Question so I can go because I have a meeting now. If you could become fluent tomorrow, what's the first thing you would do? Question. Think about it. Comment in other posts that I have. If you could become fluent tomorrow, what's the first thing you would do? Okay. This is the question I have for you. And I gotta go because I have a meeting. But thank you guys for watching. And I'll come back for more lives. Okay. So stay in touch. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for your participation. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the likes, for following. Take care. Catch you later. Cheers, mates. Thank you. Peace. Let me go here too.